Hi friends, this is Ryan Hicks of TaughtToProfit.com. I had someone ask me a question today about what was my first business, and I think they were referring to my first successful business, but I started thinking about what was my real first business. I've mentioned before that I thought it was when I was selling tomatoes out of my grandmother's garden, and I think that's really what it was. I can't remember anything before that. There may have been something, but what happened was she wanted me to pick tomatoes from her garden. I was staying with her for the summer, and I asked if I could have some of them if I picked them. And she said, "Oh, sure." And so I took those tomatoes that I'd picked that I was allowed to have and went door to door in this neighborhood asking people if they wanted to buy tomatoes. Now, of course, they were buying them because I was a little kid and I was cute. They probably didn't want the tomatoes. I don't even remember if they were good or not. But people bought them and I was able to buy toys and stuff that I wanted. And that was my first memory that I have. There may have been something before that, but that's the first thing I can really remember that I went back to where I wanted something. There was a need I had or a desire I had, and I was able to turn product around and resell it for a higher price than I paid, which I paid nothing except for my labor, and able to get the things that I wanted. And I've used that throughout my life of, if there's something I want, find a business or a product or something that will sell enough that you can pay for that item. Don't go into debt, don't go in borrowing and credit and things like this. Find some asset that can be used to pay for that item. And so I'm interested to hear what other people's perspective are on their first business they remember. Maybe it doesn't have to be successful, just the first real business you remember doing. Because in my opinion, most entrepreneurs are not something that is taught. This is something they've been doing from childhood. They've had these things going on where they're selling things, they're starting businesses, they're doing all kinds of little entrepreneurial things with no pushing from anyone else. This is just something that comes natural to them. And so I'm interested in hearing other people's perspectives, where they've came from. Did it take them until they were in their 20s before they started being an entrepreneur, or was this something that was happening with them at an early age? Now, we often hear stories about the proverbial lemonade stand that children set up, but that is generally seems to be something that parents kind of push on the children. Not in a negative way, just I don't think most children think lemonade as something they're going to go sell. So taking that out, what is the first thing you remember that you did on your own? You didn't have any prodding or pushing from anyone else or suggestions from anyone else. This is just something you thought of and you did. I'd be very interested in hearing about that. So please leave a comment. Tell me what your entrepreneurial experiences are, how early you started, your earliest memory of being an entrepreneur, and how it went. I'd be very interested in hearing that. Hope you have a blessed day. God bless you richly.